Well, got one more video to do. Seems we have another troll to deal with. And this is the person that tried to pretend to be a 14-year-old girl, okay, that trolled me all day, begging to come to my house, begging to come to my house, begging to come to my house, begging to come to my house all day. Saved. And by the way, troll, I have every one of those screen caps saved, and they are in the folder along with all the other crap that Crack Squad has done, and it's being mailed to YouTube's community standard team as we speak. It's actually being mailed in a registered letter that with a signature required. They'll get it probably Friday, and I'll be waiting the response. It weighed 7 pounds, by the way. So what I done was took all the screen caps of everything Crack Squad's done to people on Ryan's behalf, printed it onto real paper, put it in a registered vanilla envelope to send to YouTube's community standards team. And yeah, that channel's coming down. Or Ryan can make a video telling you crackheads to leave that woman alone. That's the two choices he's got. So if he's willing to forfeit his YouTube channel to stand on these lies he told about this woman, good for him. But there will be no whining and there'll be no crying. Okay. He was given the opportunity to undo it, and he was given the opportunity to make it right. And he's chose to just be a wise ass instead. So I don't want to hear any whining. And it ain't me that's getting him canceled. It's you, Crack Squad. Every time you go after somebody, every time you dock somebody on his behalf, it reflects on him. And I have a vanilla envelope that was about this thick, printed out of all your shenanigans. It's on its way to him now. But I want to talk about this particular sock account to show you just how ridiculous. And it's like, if I wasn't any smarter than some of these people, I wouldn't attempt to bother anybody. Because, I mean, they're just incredibly stupid people. So let me see if this will show up. I've got it pulled up on a screen. If it don't, we'll just talk about it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the comment. Let's give it a try. Okay. Let me go full screen on it. And yeah, you may not be able to see it unless you enlarge your screen. But she's basically, it ain't even a she, it's a dude. And trying to claim, oh, you told my 14-year-old daughter to come over with Viagra. Okay. So we're going to split this down two ways, honey, to talk about how stupid you are. Okay. Now, everybody knows it's nonsense. Nobody's buying what you're selling. The only people that are going to buy that is some other Crack Squad person with a low IQ. So you're preaching to the choir. But let's pretend for a minute. Okay. Let's pretend for a minute that you're actually the concerned parent of a 14-year-old. Okay. Why would you be letting your 14-year-old be on a grown man's, 63-year-old man's social media demanding to come to his house? That's a better question. I would say that's pretty lousy parenting, because all of my content is clearly marked adult and R-rated. So why are you letting your imaginary 14-year-old be on a 63-year-old man's YouTube channel begging to come to his house? I mean, that's some pretty irresponsible parenting, don't you think? Sock, don't you? And by the way, I just want you guys, and I'm going to explain this because you see, Crack Squad, they have a tough time dealing with reality, as you can see. Okay. And I'm going to brag for a minute. Okay. I don't do that often, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm pretty badass with LAMP servers. You know what LAMP servers are? Linux, Apache, Pro FTP, SendMail. That's the backbone of the internet. Linux is a derivatory of Unix, and that's what the engine that the internet runs on. And I have a pretty badass LAMP server running in my closet that hosts a little over 200 websites for various people and some of my family's owned businesses as well as mine. It even hosts the town I live in. It even hosts their community website. In addition to that, it has a very sophisticated log file that will do a DNS reverse lookup on any hit it gets. I can even specify what hits to do the retrace on. And all of my photographs and videos on my social media, on Facebook and other places and LinkedIn, is embedded. In other words, it doesn't live there. It lives on my server, and I've simply embedded it. Same goes for all the videos on my business page and my other page you found that's just about interesting things around Ohio. All of those articles, all of those blogs that I have written reside on a server in my closet. They're not living on Facebook. They're simply embedded there. So when you click on those, bam, you leave a big old nasty footprint on the log file in my server. And that's how I know where you live. That's how I know who you are. That's how I found you. It was really easy. And that's how I knew it was the same person. So if you guys want to keep messing with me, I'll get, right now, I'm just sort of toying with you while you guys cancel Ryan. I'm letting you guys do my work for me, because every time you dock somebody, every time you're nasty to somebody, it reflects on him. So I'm just letting you guys get the job done for me, and I'm just toying with you. You haven't seen me get serious yet. I'm about to, if it keeps up. Now you let one smidgen of this roll off of me onto one of my family members or one of my loved ones, and there'll be a hell unleashed on you like you won't ever want. I will literally bust down the door of your parents' house and grab your dad by the throat and pin him against the fucking wall. I'm not kidding. Not even a little bit. Not afraid of you, Crack Squad. Not one bit. There's nothing in my past that I'm ashamed of. I don't need to lie because I'm a confident person that I'm comfortable in my own skin. And I've come to terms with the things I've had to deal with in my life. You see, Ryan Upchurch might think he's a gangster, but he couldn't have kept up with the life I had to live. You guys ain't heard shit yet. You've heard just the fucking fuzzy stuff on the surface. So bring it, Crack Squad. I ain't afraid of you. And you and your pretend 14-year-old is just about as pathetic as it can get, poor parent. I mean, you literally sit there and try to virtue signal being a poor parent and letting your 14-year-old, an imaginary 14-year-old, troll a grown man. That, my dear, is poor parenting. Now, it's not nearly as much of poor parenting as Patty Lynn, who's supportive of her son while he is doing damage to innocent people's lives. It's not nearly that piss poor of parenting, but it's close. So I've got to run to Columbus, Ohio right now and get some parts. If you guys, want to know where I've been today, so you can follow me and, try to find some secret out about me, that's where I'm headed. Have a good day, you dumbasses.